Alright, we're in Streetcar and we're at the end of the line, the racing phase. I went around once, maybe twice. Yeah, once more. Players' positions. 5 still has a long way to go and everybody knows it. 4 looks very well hooked up and everybody's kind of worried because they don't know what he's trying to do. He got his track all hooked, but he's still playing pieces. 1, well, 2 decided to pick on 1 and played this piece after hooking up his own track. 2 is ready to rock. He's going to be starting his little rail, but he's got to go first. Ah, shit, he couldn't play that. Oh, damn it. I keep cheating here. Well, he could play that. Alright, so that's 2's track there, that little circle doodleada. So that's fixable, but he couldn't play this. Which meant I think he drew another one of those. I don't think he had 2 of them. This is probably the best thing he can do, to try to bone 1. That's his impression here. Move on to the others and see where everybody goes. Hey, nobody hooked F up yet. And I'll come back when 2 starts his train. Alright, I lied. I'll come back a little before. So what 5 did was zip to this end and heading this way. He's planning on cutting down this way. That'll get him most of the track that he needs. He needs to zip down here and then, wait, what is he hitting? A-E-L. A-L. Once he cuts down this way, he just needs to hook this E up, but then he has to get up there. He can't use any of this other track. That's not useful to him. Player 4's play, remember, he's mainly hooked up. He managed to do a double upgrade here. Both of these were straights. Now they're connected. That'll take him not there. He built all this track around this way, looping around and back. So he's set up, and he's going to get his little chew too. Now, these aren't actually placed yet. When we get to 2, we'll be placing it, tracing the line, and then something I didn't tell you about in the rules explanation. Once you start running your train, your tiles, you can't play them anymore. You got to just run your train. But other people can draw from your tiles instead of taking from the random bag. So if you've got something they want, it's kind of a nice little catch-up mechanism where they can say, ah, that's the tile I need. And they can take a draw that way. That's kind of a nice option there. Of course, that's at the end of their turn. They're already falling a turn behind at that point without having started their train. And now the race starts. Player 2, CGK. He says C, G, and K. So he's going to run ding, 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 ding. CK up to G. Now the question is what order he wants to do these in. I think he wants to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and then he's got kind of a couple of choices coming out of there to slow him down. Here it's going to be a slow down at 3, so he's going to start on this side actually. He doesn't have to choose, and he gets to move 1. Now we get to take 5's track lays. I'll take a pause there and then come to rail 4 and show you his starting decision. 5's diddling around with his track trying to build his way into here, but he's got some big problems. He's got to loop around here, fine. But then when he gets here, he gets to this mess that 2 built for 1. Maybe 1 will be able to fix it for him. But he's trying to pick pieces. He stole 1 from 2 in order to try to help this. Now it's 4. And 4 is going to say, well, my tiles are up for sale too. because I get to go. Now my trace, and let me see which way I want to do it. I'm running a BHL. That runs up BL, and then my plan was up this way, around, and up. I didn't make it. I'm not ready. Alright. I don't have an upgrade for that. I'm up Schitt's Creek. I thought I was ready to go, but I'm not. Because my problem is, once I get here and loop around, I can't plug in. So, I got problems. Can he help me? He doesn't have pieces I need. I don't know what I want. I'll lay some track somewhere. Doesn't really matter where. Just so that it's not places I want to go. And I gotta draw 2 more pieces, and I thought I was ready to shoot there. A finds themselves having some real problems too. The pieces they have don't work to hook them up here or here. B really this guy really did a number on him. I'm sorry, player 1. Player 2 did a number on him. But player 2 is holding a couple of pieces that look very useful. They could connect up either here or here. Can't do them both with those, but maybe I'll get better draws after that. So I had to play some boned pieces, one down here and then one over here, just filling in the board in legitimate places to try to get my draws. Now we're up to 2, and he can move the speed the last train went him, 1, plus 1 more is 2. And that moves that up. It means the next player will be able to go 3. But nobody else has a train on the board yet. Player 4 thinks he has himself hooked up here, and I think he does too. We'll see when he traces his line. He also played another piece up here, which is kind of a bone to 5. 5's going to have to work around that. Kind of a dicky move, but what the hell. But one thing that it allowed him to do was draw an extra piece, because his other one was an upgrade. He took from this guy instead to reduce the total number of pieces other players have available to him, because he's going to declare soon, and this is going to be all that's available. If he drew, maybe something good would come up. Player 1's still struggling, and the reason I'm stopping so many times and just coming back and doing the next player is because I really do need to think. If I don't trace these routes out, I make stupid moves. Early in the game I can do it all in one vid, but I can't here, but I think it's important to look at the whole game. So player 1 ended up jerking this into place. They now have a straight here. That's important. I was wrong about how this all fit together. They could have done this, but they don't have the connection piece for this. That double circle wouldn't have done it. Unfortunately, they were unable to draw the piece they wanted. They've got a bunch of lame curves, but maybe 4 will be going or whatever, and they'll be able to get into here next turn and then be able to run their train. Right now we're on 2, and he's got a train running 2, which means he could go 3, but he can't. He can only go 2 spaces, and that stays there. That puts him on H. Now he wants to get as much ground as he can before other trains start jerking around in here and screwing up his speed. That's one reason he might have wanted to run this route first. It's hard to tell which one's faster. I don't know. It's one of the decisions you have to make, how the track is laid out and where you want to start. Because with a lot of players, you may not get a lot of movement once they've all got trains on the ground. And player 5's mostly set up. He's got his straight track running down. He curved down here and heads down. Somebody could still get in his way, but there's only one other player playing right now, which is 1. 1 might dick him over if he has to. Basically, it's got to play pieces, and you want to discard them so you get more draws, and you might as well hurt somebody in doing so. He can't do any harm to players 2 or 4 anymore. They have routes in play. All he can do is help them by improving their route. But on player 4, he's declaring his route now, and he's got it set up. It's that BHL, which runs, yay, I actually have it this time, I think, down this way, loops around, and then up. Now the question is which way he wants to start. He's got a quick jump here, and then a lot of speed for a little while, right? Let's see. B, then all the way up to L, and then it looks like he's got another speed run. Little loop. I'm not sure which one makes more sense. I'm going to start here. I've got 2 movement. I can use 3. The last guy went 2. So I'll go 1, 2, and that leaves it in the same place. Now we'll see if player 1 has the tiles to set himself up. He's getting close. But he didn't have the tiles in hand, so he plays a couple little curves on player 5 there, just to screw him over some more. Now player 5, if he has the right pieces, he'll just shoot right down there. It's not worth, but if he has the right upgrades, he could do that as well. He's got this one. That one's not going to work. So it doesn't look like he's going to be able to make it for free. So getting that extra curve in there is not that harmful. But he's kind of pissed off at 1 at this point. Not much he can do about it. But that gives 1 the draws that he needs. He's got this, and then he's got this. So between them, he'll be able to play next time. And it looks like 5 is probably going to be able to play next time too, after this next go. But right now we're on 2, and he's got another 2 run going. Means he can go 3 spaces. 1, 2. Now here's the thing. If he goes 3, he gives this guy an extra space. So he's going to stop at 2. He's not able to make his next stop, so he might as well screw the next player over. And now we're basically in a straight racing phase. Player 4 here is already on the board. He can go 3. He'll do that. 1, 2, 3. Boost it up. Player 1 gets to lay some quick track. Player 5 hooked himself up there. So if he plays this, he has to also play this at the same time. And it doesn't matter that there's a trolley on it currently. That's allowable. And now he's hooked up as well. Now we go back to player 2, and he can go 4. Well, he's only actually allowed to go 2, slowing everyone down again. And we run down to player 5, and he gets to start his train. Now, he's hitting AEL. This is his planned route that he's been thinking about all game. A. Now, he could swing in here, and here's where the problem is. This would be shorter if he could do it, but he's just not set up to hit that E, and I don't think he has the track to upgrade to that right now. So he doesn't want to screw around with that. He's going to come around this slower route here and then shoot down here. He doesn't think he has a chance, but you know, maybe he'll get lucky. Nobody's going to try to slow his train down. So now the question is, well, what can he do? Does he want the big 3 train coming out of here? And that seems to make no sense. He might get more movement here. He's going to start out of here and hope that he gets a lot of movement. 1, 2, 3. That puts it on train 4. And he's going BHL. He already hit B. He's got to get to L. And then he's got to do his swinging around. All he can go is 3, and he'll go that. And well, let's start off train 1. And then I'll take a pause and kind of come back as we keep moving. But I don't think this is terribly exciting to watch here. Okay, train 1 is running CGM. So he's got this G. He kicks down to C and M on the way, and then he's got to go through. He's got a pretty fast route, almost maybe even quicker than 2's, but 2's gotten a jump on him. Question is from 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That doesn't get him anywhere. Whereas from here, 1, 2, 3. Oh, where the hell is he? Oh man, I think he needs this piece. Yeah, he's not ready yet. He didn't build that piece yet. Well, let's make sure he's got his other piece. He's going to be another space behind because of this. Now, nobody else is laying track, and he can't really improve his, so he'll pass on that. He'll make his decision next time around. That puts us on 2. 2's running, well, he can go 4. 1, 2, 3 is good. That leaves him there. That puts us over on 5, who is running down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5's just going to run as hard as he can. He's not going to worry about the fact that 4 comes after him. He's got to make up his ground, which BHL, we're going to be swinging this way. We got a 4, 1, 2, 3. That'll work. Now we're on 1. Now 1 gets to choose where he's going to go. And what's he going to do? Well, he's got a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not good. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to start with this little orange train and come out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's handing a lot of speed over to the 2. Not necessarily something you want to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, now that puts me real close to there. I'll just go 4. See, here's the problem. Next time I'm only going to go 2. I'm not too worried about handing 5 some speed, though, but I am worried about 5 handing 4 some speed. I don't know. There's not a lot I can do about it. Okay, on to the 5 train, and yeah, we'll just keep running these. He's got a 4, which means he gets to go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope he wants L. He does. And that pushes it here. That means the 4 train has that big 6. And I got to remember his direction. He's going B, L. Now he's got to get to H. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He might as well just keep cooking. And that gives it all to 1. Well, 1's trying to get to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He'll be handing that big speed off to 2 as well. 2. I hope I'm going the right direction. 1, 2. Bang! Everybody slows down. All right. Onto the 5 train. He's got to hit A, E, L. 1, 2. Hey, he's fine with that. Puts it on 4, who's going 2 as well. 1, 2. He's going to stop at 2 because chances are no one's going to go less than 1. So that puts us on the 1 car, who's not getting a lot of speed here. 1, 2, 3. Hands it off to 2. 1, 2, 3. Hands it off to 5. Now 5 has to come up this way and down. 5's got a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Puts it on 4. 4 is trying to run this way. Well, he stops at 2. That hands it back off to 1. 1's heading up this way, if I recall correctly. I should have these facing the right way, but CGM. He's got to hit M. 1, 2. He's going to go the full 3. That hands it off to 2, which is pretty sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4. looks like it's almost done here. Player 5 is heading down this way. And he's running a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Player 4 is also 1, 2, 3, 4. Player 1. 1, 2, 3. That puts it on player 2, and oh my. Look, I gotta head this way. 1, 2, 3. And that is the game. And you could play it out to the finish, see who places second and third. That's probably fun when you're playing it out not solo. But playing it out solo, mainly I just wanted to show the race thing. I think the race is kind of a cute thing at the end of the game. It doesn't add a lot to the game. The main part is in playing these tiles and trying to screw with one another and obtain your secret objectives. I have to say this much, from what I see in multiplayer, I think it's a lot more fun in 2. There's this real strategy versus strategy in a 2-player game. In a multiplayer game, you know, depending on the luck of these things, you might fall into a really good position. We can see some of the players really ended up in kind of hosed positions, like player 5, where he had a lot of stuff to build towards the end of the game. Of course, he's not doing that much worse. It's very unlikely that you know, somebody won't have a trolley running and somebody wins or something like that. The track gets built about equally, but the person who lays their track the earliest, unless it's really spaghetti track, they're going to get away with the win. You know, you just get such a jump by getting a couple extra moves in. All right, I'm going to put this up and I'll give a review.